I've done a little bit of shopping and I feel like I haven't filmed a good old-fashioned beauty haul in a while. So I thought I'd show you some things I purchased over the past week, repurchased some favorites, also trying out some brand new items. Most everything came from a Sephora event, which I'll talk about in just a second, but I also ordered a couple things online, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. First up is something I mentioned in my ride or die tag. That video was so fun and the comments on that video are so fun. I love reading about everybody's favorite products and now I have a huge wish list, but one of my favorites I mentioned I had run out of, that is the Plume Lash and Brow Enhancing Serum. They call this a green juice for your lashes because it has really nourishing ingredients like aloe vera and castor seed oil. The packaging almost looks like liquid liner packaging, if you can see that, and that's how I use it. I shake it really well and then I just kind of draw it on like you would a liquid liner, and then whatever left over I run through my brows, kind of focusing on the sparser areas. But I've noticed a difference and I'm really happy to have this back in my life. And then something else exciting is that my mom, she's gonna start using it too. So I like when she uses products, that way I can get a second opinion, so I'll let you know what she thinks. The other thing I ordered online is actually from Sephora, but none of the Sephoras in my area had it in stock. It's from a brand called Touch and Soul, and it's called the Metallist Liquid Foil and Glitter Shadow Duo. I heard about these from Tati, and if you end up being interested, I'll put a link to her video because she bought all the shades and she swatches them in it. The color I got is number 5 Lottie, which is described as a plum, I think. So you get on one side a cream shadow and the other side is loose glitter pigment. This shadow is so pretty. This is what the cream side looks like, which is gorgeous. It's almost a deep kind of gray lavender, but then the glitter is much more plum. So I think that's where they're getting the color description. This is my first time wearing it. I'm only wearing the cream shadow. I put it on the outer 2/3 of my lid. Blended out really nice, so I really hope it wears well and doesn't crease. I did, the night that it came in, I decided to apply it just for fun. The glitter is very messy, but it is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. I just think this will be one of those products where you'll need to do your eyes first and then go in with foundation. And then this past weekend, I just had a really good weekend. On Sunday, Karen invited some girls over. We went and sat out on her patio. It was a gorgeous day, like low 80s with a breeze. She made amazing food and drink, and we just enjoyed each other's company. It was really nice. And then the day before that, on Saturday, Karen, Sarah, and I woke up very early for a Saturday and we went to a Sephora event. I believe Sephora is calling this week Beauty Insider Appreciation. So if you're a Beauty Insider, which is completely free, you just have to sign up. You get double the points on all your purchases. A VIB gets 3 times the points and VIB Rouge gets 4 times the points. So no discount. I don't think that sale will come until later in the fall, but still a fun time to pick up a few things and kind of amp up your points if you thought any of the perks look really good. The first thing I bought, this is something I would recommend if you've ever wanted to treat yourself, but you don't want to treat yourself to something very, very expensive. This is a little luxury that I think is amazing. It's the Shiseido Facial Cotton. This is my favorite way to apply eye makeup remover, toner, exfoliator. The softest little clouds of cotton. They're just really fantastic. So the next time you want to treat yourself, this is what I would recommend. I had a couple things on my list, one being the facial cotton, and I really wanted to try the new Bumble BB Hairdresser's Invisible Oil UV Protective Dry Oil Finishing Spray, longest name ever. I love Bumble, and this is my favorite line that they carry. This is brand new and it is supposed to be a lightweight mist for subtle shine and softness. And I've read that they actually recommend keeping this with you throughout the day, and if your hair gets dry, which is what mine tends to do, which is annoying. I have an oily scalp, but my ends get really dry. You can spray this throughout the day and it's not supposed to weigh down your hair, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Well, if nothing else, it smells fantastic. I love how this stuff smells, so I'm not sure if my hair looks any shinier, but I will give this a fair shake and I'll let you know what I think. Speaking of my list, there's actually one thing I was planning on buying that I didn't end up getting. I didn't buy the Bite holiday set. I always, for the past at least 2 years, I've gotten it. It's been one of my favorite things that releases around the holiday. They do tiny little versions of some of their most popular products. So this year it was 4 Amuse Bouches. I took a picture, so I'll try to insert so that you can see it. But one shade was Fig, which I had in the old formula, and I just never reached for it. I didn't think it was the most flattering color on me. Pepper, which I love, but I already have. Honeycomb was one, and I wasn't sure if that was going to be flattering on me. It's a very pale nude. And then they had one shade Nori, I believe, which was gorgeous, very vampy, but I didn't want to spend the money if it was only one shade I was interested in. But if you haven't tried the Amuse Bouche formula yet, I think that's a great buy, so I'll put a link to it down below if it's on the website. One thing I am very excited to try, I really like the Drunk Elephant skincare brand. I've been really happy with a lot of things I've tried, and I'm very pleased with my current skincare routine. The only thing I'm kind of switching around is cleansers. I'm just trying to find the perfect one as we move into fall. So I wanted to try, they have 2 cleansers in their line, and they have a cute little travel duo, which I believe was only $18, and a single one is like 20 some. So I thought this would be a good way, and even though it's travel, they're a good size. So by the time I'm done with these, I will know if I like them for sure. So this one is the Juju bar. I believe Juju bar is the one they recommend for the morning. It has thermal mud and bamboo powder, which apparently is exfoliating. And then this other one is the Pekee bar, which says clarify, balance, and moisturize. These have fantastic reviews online, so I'm excited to try them for myself. 2 small things. I got a fresh beauty blender. This is the Nude. This is my current favorite makeup sponge. However, have you guys seen pictures of the new Real Techniques Marble Diamond? I haven't seen that in person yet, but I kind of keep an eye out for it every time I go into Ulta. So whenever I see that, I will be trying it. But for now, I really like the Nude beauty blender. And then I also got this was kind of an impulse buy. I love these little well-kept screen cleansing towelettes. They keep these in the checkout aisle at Sephora, and I like the striped pattern and the floral pattern. So I just got another one of these, and I usually keep them in my work bag. And last but not least, concealer. I have gone concealer crazy, and I don't know. Actually, I do know what's happened to me. This is a whole video unto itself, so I'll try to say this quickly, but if you have dark circles, that's one thing. And I think that if you're using the right correcting products and brightening products, it's easily manageable. But if you suffer from hollowness underneath your eyes or bags, that makes things a little bit more difficult. You can't just put a really bright concealer underneath there because it almost highlights what you're trying to cover, if that makes sense. I remember when the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealers came out, I bought Chantilly first, and it just did exactly the opposite. It almost highlighted that area and made me look even worse. And so then I went up a shade to vanilla, and it helped a lot. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now, is the hollowness, especially like midway through the week. I feel like it gets really bad. So I repurchased my Urban Decay Naked Skin, but I went up 1 shade and I got light neutral. So I have it on today. I'll have to see when I watch this back what I think. And then I also bought one of their correcting fluids in pink. And my idea is to use a little bit of a darker concealer to get everything the same color, and then go in very precisely with the pink and just kind of brighten up the shadows. So we'll see. I know we talked about concealers in my ride or die tag, but I'm also testing out the Tarte Shape Tape and the Kat Von D. So once I've been using them all for a while, I'll try to update you guys on which one I like and kind of the pros and cons of them all. That's it from Sephora, but by the time the event was over and we had gotten a little coffee, the rest of the mall had had a chance to open up. So we browsed a little bit, and I bought one thing from Nordstrom. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick, and this is one of the hot lips. Both me and Sarah bought this color, and it's a very us shade, if that makes sense. It's called Secret Selma, and this is a rosy pink. It's what I'm wearing now. It gives me very much MAC Mare vibes. So I think if you liked that one, you would love this one. I love the Matte Revolution formula. It's one of my favorite matte formulas, and I love how the bullet is shaped. I just think it makes it really easy to neatly apply lipstick and not have to have a lip liner. Oh, one thing I forgot at the Sephora event, if you spent a certain amount, I think it was $35, you qualified for a sample bag. And I want to say that these are available online to VIB and VIB Rouge if you have a code. I'll find that out for sure, and I'll put it down below. But I won't go through everything because I saw Karen's, but I'll do a shot of it for you guys. And the thing I'm most excited about is this Kat Von D tattoo liner. I'm actually wearing her tattoo liner in black, the black shade right now, and I really like it, but this is the Mad Max Brown. I don't know, I much prefer brown liner on myself, so I'm really happy to have that. That's everything for my girl shopping day, but later that evening, Jer and I went out to dinner and we ran a couple errands, and I repurchased 2 things I really love and I feel like I don't talk about enough, so I thought it might be helpful to show you. The first is from Andalou Naturals. This is the Revitalizing Lash Plus Lid Makeup Remover. I love this for removing makeup and eyeliner. It does a good job, but it doesn't leave any kind of film. And because it has nourishing ingredients, like since my eye area is my problem area, anything I can do to keep it happy, I'll do. So I've gone through many bottles of this, and I usually find it at Mom's Organic Market. And then I have repurchased this body wash. This is by far my favorite body wash ever. I've purchased it so many times I can't even remember. It's from Shea Moisture, and it is the Coconut and Hibiscus Foaming Milk and Body Wash with gluten-free vitamin E. This smells amazing, and I have pretty sensitive skin, and this just leaves my skin feeling really moisturized. So these might not be the most glamorous products, but they're huge favorites, and I've gone through many, many bottles. That is all for my beauty haul, and I'll get to testing, so I'll have some new reviews to share with you. But thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it, and I'll be back with a new video very soon.